It is also known as wet corrosion. Okay. So you have to understand. Bolo. Okay. So okay. So suppose I have a pipe. Okay. So in boiler we have pipes, boiler tubes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For example, this is a water tube. Okay. So what goes inside the water tube? Smoke
सर
or
ये
water?
वही वाला है ना जो आपने चेन ऑफ एक्शन पढ़ाया था, वेट कोरोजन.
Chain of
पहले
action.
हाँ, ये
Which one?
पहले ड्राई सूट होता है, फिर वो
नहीं
जल.
नहीं नहीं नहीं. That is different. Huh? That is your fire.
यस सर, फाइव. अच्छा, ओके
This
ओके
is corrosion. Huh? So
ओके
what is
ओके.
going inside your water tube?
वाटर इज गोइंग.
Water, right?
Water.
So water is going from inside. Okay. And water is a aqueous solution. Aqueous solution बोलते हैं ना.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this pipe is made up of metal, iron.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this aqueous solution or your water, okay, can be acidic, it can be alkaline,
Alkaline.
or it can be neutral, isn't it?
Yes,
यही
sir.
तीन हो सकते हैं, right? So whenever this is known as electrolyte also, this aqueous solution will also be known as electrolyte. Will act as electrolyte, okay? Aqueous solution. In your electrochemical corrosion, water will act as electrolyte, okay? And the metal will act as metal कैसे काम करेगा? Electrode.
Electrodes.
Normally there is a protective layer on top of it, which is known as magnetite, isn't it? Magnetite,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
वो उस concept में I'll come a bit later, okay? So just imagine whenever a water is flowing through a metal pipe, okay, water will act as an electrolyte, metal will act as an electrode. So is there a formation of a galvanic cell over here?
Yes, sir.
This will completely become a galvanic cell, right? एक सेल फॉर्मेशन करेगा. मैं आपको लिखवाई देता हूँ, ज्यादा बेटर रहेगा. ठीक है. According to electrochemical corrosion, the metal here starts to behave as electrode and kindly mute. ठीक है. Okay, so metal will starts to behave as electrode and your aqueous solution will starts to behave as
Electrolyte.
and hence in combined form they will become a galvanic cell. Now, because of formation of this circuit, okay, because of the formation of this galvanic cell circuit, will there be a transfer of electrons? What happens is, suppose this is my metal surface, okay, this is the metal surface. So for any cell to be formed, do I need an anode and a cathode? Tell me. For any electrons to flow, do I need anode and cathode? आपका normal cell कैसे काम करता है? There is a anode, there is a cathode, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes,
suppose
sir.
this is my metal surface, and I told you there is a protective layer on your
Pipe.
tubes. Okay, एक protective layer रहता है boiler में
Yes, sir.
tubes पे, and that protective layer is known as magnetite.
Fe2O3.
Fe
2O3.
what?
2O3 था शायद.
Fe3O4.
Okay. Fe3O.
Fe3O4. Okay,
Okay. Okay, sir.
it is known as
Iron
magnetite.
oxide. Iron
Okay,
oxide था.
and not iron oxide. And this will uh, prevent for any corrosion. Okay, this will prevent from any further corrosion. Iron oxide is your Fe2O3. Okay, Fe2O3 is iron oxide, which is known as rust. Okay, यही बनेगा अभी, ठीक है? So you have this protective layer, but what if the protective layer is broken? Can you see here? I've broken this protective layer at this part.
Yes, sir.
So this protective layer, wherever it is broken, the surface around it, okay, where the protective layer is broken, this will become anode. And once anode is formed, the rest of the parts, which is this from here to here, from here to here, these will become
Cathode.
cathode.
अच्छा सर, वो मैग्नेटाइट से हेमेटाइट बन जाता है जो.
Yes.
ओके सर.
Okay. So this
Yes,
will
sir.
become cathode. Is it understood? अभी तक समझ आ रहा है सब कुछ?
हाँ सर, हाँ सर.
Okay. And on top of it, what is flowing over here? Water.
Smokes.
Water. Water is flowing ना
Water.
tubes पे.
अच्छा, हाँ ठीक.
Yeah.
Tube में अंदर.
So this is water. Okay. So water is flowing from this surface where my magnetite layer is been broken. Okay, which is the protective layer of the metal that is broken. Then wherever this protective layer is broken, anode will be formed there. Okay, and the rest of the part of your pipeline or your metal will act as cathode. Is it clear? अभी तक? And this is when my galvanic cell has formed. Anode बन गया, cathode बन गया. I have electrolyte. Does it form a galvanic cell?
Yes, sir. Cell.
Okay, I have galvanic cell में क्या रहता है? You have one anode,
Cathode.
you have one cathode,
Cathode.
and
And
you have
electrolyte.
electrolyte.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so यहाँ पे भी वही बन गया. You have anode, you have cathode, and you have electrolyte. Electrolyte is your water. Do you agree?
हाँ सर.
Okay, I'll write it down.
सर ये
Yeah.
जो मैग्नेटाइट लेयर है
Yes.
ये दोनों तरफ से रहेगा, इनसाइड और आउटसाइड दोनों तरफ से रहेगा या फिर इनसाइड से रहेगा सिर्फ?
Where your water will be there, that there will be there, right?
सर लेकिन आउटसाइड में इन केस ऑफ मतलब बंद है, स्टॉप्ड है वो, तो एयर तो रहेगा ना सर आउटसाइड आउटसाइड में?
Yes, but you need water, na? Air will be there. But is there air there? Yes, air will be there. But your main objective is to air will itself cannot aggregate for corrosion, right? Akela air can give you corrosion,
No, sir.
okay? Or air or metal can give corrosion. No, you need your water
Electrolyte.
also. Okay, you need that electrolyte there also. Okay, so now because of the formation of this circuit, obviously these are painted also. All right, so that will prevent it. Now, because of the formation of the circuit means your galvanic cell. Okay. what happens is transfer of electrons happens. Okay, so this metal, suppose over here, use color red or orange. This part, this is actually everything is iron, but I'm just putting out here. So here, my iron electrons will starts to dissipates. Okay, electrons transfer होंगे. So transfer of electrons take place, and hence there will be reactions at anode and cathode. Whenever transfer of electrons starts to take place, will there be reactions happening in those parts?
हाँ सर.
Okay, my Fe, my iron, what is happening to my iron? It is dissociating into ions and electrons. Okay, and these electrons are transferring from, this is happening in anode, हाँ, ठीक है, बाद में लिखाता हूँ ये सब. These are
From
transferring, these electrons are transferring to cathode.
cathode, from anode to cathode. Yes sir.
Okay, transfer होगा ना. This
Yes sir. Yes
transfer
sir.
of electrons only will form a galvanic cell. Whenever a galvanic cell is formed, आपके electrons move करते हैं, तभी तो आपका current बनता है cell में, isn't it? When the electrons flow, then the current is flown, isn't it? थोड़ा deep जा रहा हूँ क्या मैं?
नहीं सही
नहीं समझ आ
सही.
रहा? Okay.
हाँ.
Let me see what I've written now. Because of the formation of cell, transfer of electron takes place, and hence there will be reaction to anode and cathode. And this transfer of electrons are considered as electrochemical corrosion. Okay. This transfer of electrons, what is happening from the anode to the cathode, this is known as electrochemical reaction, because when this transfer of electron will happen, my metal will starts to, what will happen to the anode? It will start to thin.
Corrode.
ठीक है, corrosion होना शुरू हो जाएगा. Okay, it will start to thin, isn't it? At the
Wear
anode.
off. Yes sir.
Wear होगा. Okay. So what you can write for is, और short में लिखना है, one word में, ठीक है? Electrochemical corrosion. Okay, it is a process in which there is a flow of current between two areas. And what are these two areas?
Cathode and
Anode
anode.
and cathode and anode.
Cathode and anode.
Okay, so at this time there will be reactions happening, right? Reactions क्या होंगे? So my iron, which is my Fe, okay. Now you
PO4.
should understand one thing here. Okay, reactions थोड़ा बाद में लिखाता हूँ. So whenever transfer of electron take place from the anode, we will say that corrosion is started to happen at there, right?
Yes, sir.
So destruction of metal or corrosion of metal happens on anode. Is this statement correct? It will happen on anode, right? Cathode
Yes
पे तो
sir.
नहीं होगा, because there is protective layer there, right?
Yes sir.
And it can happen by either two forms में हो सकता है, ठीक है. One is by dissolving it, मेटल को डिसॉल्व कर देगा, ओके. सेकंड इज बाय कन्वर्टिंग it to oxides and hydroxide. Okay, दो फॉर्म्स में होने के चांसेस हैं. दैट मींस माय आयरन Fe, when it is going to dissociate, it is going to dissociate into iron and your electrons. Now this iron can dissociate either by dissolves in solution, or either forms
Oxides.
or hydroxide. Okay, this is what is happening in anode. Okay, your iron breaks and does this thing. What is happening in cathode?
Electrons are accepted.
So cathode में you have water particles. Okay, you have your oxygen, water, and iron items. This one,
Yes, sir.
right? This will come over here. Okay, water is obviously present. Agreed?
Yes,
And
sir.
you have to have air, right? Water होना चाहिए, oxygen रहना चाहिए for corrosion. Okay, so when this starts to happen, it will form you these ions. Now these ions will go and will act with this. What will happen now? Fe plus two hydroxide atoms will give you Fe2, FeOH twice. What is this known as?
Ferrous
hydroxide.
hydroxide. Ferrous hydroxide.
Okay. If it again oxidize, it will become iron oxide. What is iron oxide?
Fe2O3.
Fe2O3.
Okay, so this is what is happening in electrochemical. What do you say? If I'll put some
Corrosion.
pictures over here, corrosion. Okay. Give me this one. So you can see here this diagram also. This diagrams also you can draw. Okay, sometimes it is asked in returns also. You can see over here, this is my anode from where the protective layer was gone. What happens is this ferrous, uh, you know, electrons are going, okay, and they are combining with water to give you FeOH twice. Okay, this FeOH twice is soluble. Okay, but if again it reacts with oxygen and water, it will give you
Iron oxide.
Fe2O3, which is rust. I told you ना two forms में होता है. Either it will dissolve. If it dissolve again, यहाँ से तो metal चला गया ना.
Yes,
You
sir.
agree? From here the metal is gone. So I have formed a pit. इसको pit बोलते हैं. Okay. The pit has been formed. Also, if this soluble FeOH twice is going to further oxidize, okay, then again it will form rust, and that rust will accumulate on top of your cathode. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So electrochemical corrosion, it is very important part, electrochemical corrosion, because आपको ये हर जगह यूज होने वाला है, ठीक है, in the boiler corrosion part. caustic embrittlement, all those things, okay, hydrogen embrittlement, okay, your जो इनमें जो corrosion का part है ना, everywhere they will be using electrochemical corrosion theory only. Is it understood?
यस सर, स्क्रीनशॉट लेंगे।
Yeah. Anyone who has issue with this electrochemical corrosion, या अभी भी नहीं आया तो बोलो, we'll go one more time. Okay, this is the first page.
यस सर,
Second page.
यस सर,
And you can, if you want, you can take a screenshot of this diagram also too, if you want. Siraf, they are not, too much interested. They just want you to understand that there will be one anode, there will be one cathode, and because it is in an electrolyte solution, there will be reactions happening. Okay, and why the anode will form? Because of the breakage of your protective layer. Is it clear? And then it will work as a cell. And whenever cell formation is there, electrons flow, isn't it?
यस सर।
Okay. All right.